Well, I have something different tonight. Usually I, make a video of something real as far as a shotgun or a rifle or a pistol. But this is an actual air rifle, which is a Daisy. And it is nickel plated, as you could see. It's in really nice shape. A while back I did polish up the nickel on it, and I don't see really any dents on it. It's a pretty well built Daisy. I think these go maybe up to 300 to 350 feet per second. There's the back of the buttstock. I don't know if you could see the writing on it. Let me see if I could get it focused. Oh, there we go. Alright, so it's a Daisy number 102, model 36, 500 shot, Daisy Manufacturing Company, Plymouth, Michigan, USA. And I'm trying to get it pretty close here so you could see the nickel on here. It's in pretty nice shape, like I said. I think these are the original nuts on the back here, like that one and that one, because they used some pretty large nuts back in the day. I don't believe it's been messed with. I mean, it's possible that these could have been replaced, but from a lot of the ones I looked on the web, a lot of these do have this size nuts. I mean, here's a small one for the cocking lever. Okay, let me turn it around here. It's got the rear sight. See the sight there for the rear. Here's the top of the barrel. This is where you load the BBs, so what you do is you just turn it either to the right or to the left, and you put your, if you want, you could put 500 BBs, I guess, in there. There's your front sight, and there's where it comes out. And usually these are pretty dented up. Now this particular one was pre-war, so we're talking, I think, anywhere from 1936 to 1940 that this one was made, because it has the cast iron lever. And what I could do is just open it up, and you can see this is a cast iron. Okay, it's in good shape, I guess, with a steel trigger. And again, it's nickel plated. So, and usually on these particular models, the nickel is completely off, or in a lot of places are coming off. This one just has, I don't know if you could see it, has just a little bit of discoloration. Let me get a little brighter on some of the nickel there, see right in here. Not much. A little bit on this side. Let me see if I can find some up the front here. Not too bad. That's from the factory. It looks like a stamping. Let me close that. There, that's how you close it. And then when you want to open this, you just keep opening this up if you want to oil it up, or you just keep spinning counterclockwise, and this opens up. And there it is. That's your loader, where your BBs come up through. And it still has the original spring here to hold them in, I guess, so they don't bind up, 20 at a time or so. And again, this is in good shape. Usually these are all rusted out, and as you can see, it just needs a little cleaning. I did put some oil on it a while back, and I think I put a little too much oil, actually. So, alright, but so you stick it back in here like so, kind of jiggle it around a little bit, get it even, and then keep screwing it around clockwise, just like that. And it doesn't go tight, so until it evens up in that hole right there where the fill hole, and then just kind of hit it a little bit. And then, like I said, when you want to open it either way, you just Put your BBs in there. You can put 10 BBs, you could put 100 BBs. I don't know about putting 500 of them in there, but I think I do have some BBs here. Let me get some BBs. I have a few here on the bed. So here's some BBs right there, and then put your BBs in there. Let them drop in there like so, and then just close it up. Okay. Keep it pointed away, you know, from anybody's face or anybody's body. It's not real powerful, but you don't want to put an eye out. And then what you do is you just pull the lever up and see how that just springs that and cocks it back. And it's a very powerful. So there's one in the chamber now, and I have a box over here in the bedroom. So what I'm going to do is, how can I do this? I don't know if you guys can see. I'm not going to move the camera. So I'm just going to empty this thing into the box like that. There you go. So there you go. It's not that powerful. I think this particular one, the seals need to be replaced. Even though it's a beauty as far as condition goes. But what they used to use leather seals inside here. They're like leather O-rings, pretty thick. And once the O-rings dry out and get brittle, that's when you lose compression. So it's a bitch replacing them. I've never really tried to oil the O-rings. Sometimes you could get away by taking this lever off and getting in there and dropping some oil inside, and hopefully it goes down inside, because it's kind of hard getting back in here with the O-rings or the leather, and kind of soaking like 10 or 15 drops of oil and letting the O-rings soak. Because like I said, they're pretty thick. They're like, I don't know, half-inch, quarter-inch thick, and they're actually made out of leather, which is really cool. And once they soak up with oil, they'll expand, and then they'll seal. I think there's 2 of them in here. Or you could try to take it off here, or I'm sorry, not take it off. You leave this on, and then you drip oil down here and let it sit for 3 or 4 days until the oil drops into the O-ring area, and it'll drop down in here. But that's a pain in the ass to do. I've done that in the past with different ones. Then you got to take this shot tube off. Then you got to really clean it up, because you don't want too much oil on there like I have too much oil, because then the BBs won't go through. So there you go. That's a really nice condition. Daisy number 102, model 36, nickel plated, super nice condition, very collectible. These things were probably like $1 or $2, I think, back then. I'm not sure. Back in the 1930s. They only made them a few years here and there. They didn't make them very long, this particular model. This is a pre-war, and then they stopped, and then they came out for a couple of years, I think, after the war, from like 45 or 40 to, I think, 1945 to 47. But then they cut some corners on them, so they weren't as well built as the pre-war ones. So if you get a hold of a pre-war one and you replace the O-rings in here, you got a really nice Daisy BB gun. It goes about 300 to 350 feet per second. I think this one's probably hitting 150 to 250 per second right now, because either the O-rings are dried out or they need to replace, or I'm not sure yet. Maybe what I'll do is I'll try to oil it up inside somehow and see if that will work. All right, that's just something different. Okay. Hope you like that one, and maybe I'll put a few more BB guns on that I have. Take care.